at the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles. My name's Angelo Wilkie-Page, and I'm about to start a human-powered circumnavigation around the world from east to west and pole to pole. Obviously a very exciting day, beautiful sunny day, perfect for cycling, so heading north. The special part about this expedition is that it's entirely under my own steam. It's a human-powered circumnavigation, meaning no sails, no motors, no solar. I'll be rowing, paddling and cycling my way around the world. It's an 8-year project, over 120,000 kilometers, crossing 4 oceans, 9 seas, 8 deserts. So the east to west circumnavigation is 4 years. I'll be starting today in LA, working my way up to Anchorage, which is a 6,000 kilometer cycle, and then from next year I wait for the Yukon River to melt. I paddle down the Yukon, cross the Bering Sea into Russia, work my way to Europe. From Lisbon I cross the Atlantic Ocean all the way down to South America. I have to have 2 antipodal points, which are opposite ends of the world. I have to cross the equator, those are some of the rules. So 720 degrees east to west, 360 degrees pole to pole. But I'll be the first person, if successful, to circumnavigate both east to west and pole to pole. That has never been done. It's a true world first. It's more than just one man circumnavigating the world. With HEF International South Africa, we're fighting against hunger and poverty in the poorest and most impoverished communities in South Africa. So we've got a very ambitious target of 1 million US worth of livestock over the next 8 years. That's what we plan to obviously raise funds and awareness for HEF International South Africa. Basically fighting hunger and poverty in the poorest and most impoverished communities in South Africa. That's Limpopo Province, Eastern Cape and Northern KZN. What first drew me to HEF International was I wanted to make a difference in my local area. And HEF is just under 100 kilometers from where I stay. The KZN project is within 200 Ks, and when I first saw firsthand what HEF International do, I immediately fell in love with them. So this has been a year-long preparation to get to this point. I've always had this idea of circumnavigating the world. It was just a matter of how I was going to do it. And when I first came across the human-powered concept, I thought it would be a great way to share my passions of traveling, endurance, sport, and just the extremeness about it. It's so difficult to explain to somebody, but if you break it down into the 8 individual legs, this is not a non-stop circumnavigation. Due to climate, different seasonal changes, I can't keep going constantly. So it's broken up into 8 legs, and the only way I can grasp the entire concept is by breaking it into individual legs. So this first leg is a 6,000 kilometer cycle. That's it. I come back, I paddle across the Bering Sea, I come back again. So it's 8 micro adventures within a bigger project. So, I mean, there's no way to literally train for 6,000 kilometers. I can't just go on a casual 6,000 kilometer cycle. It's obviously from all the long endurance sports that I've done previously, that has helped me with sort of the mental strength that is needed for something like this. I think mind power is going to be the main thing. This is just a dream come true. I can't believe that I'm actually at this point. And as I said earlier, it's 12 months of working on this. I think the hardest part is to get to the starting line. And right now I'm just ready to go, ready to rock and roll. This is such a massive project, and without the support and aid of my sponsors, HEF International South Africa and HEF International, I just want to give a big shout out to all of them. My main sponsors, iCare4, Virgin Active, Thule, All Terrain Gear, Powered Traveler, Buff, all of you guys, a massive thank you for this. It's worked out quite nicely because as I go further north, it's going to start getting progressively colder. Some of the bigger challenges are naturally going to be temperatures of -30, -40 degrees from British Columbia, the Yukon and Alaska. You know, carrying certain food and making sure that I've got enough water in those long stretches. Some of the towns are up to 600 kilometers apart. So that's when I'll be camping in the wilderness and, you know, having to prepare properly for each stage is going to be a challenge on its own. So it's just taking it on 1 kilometer at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 month at a time. I'm not alone in this project. I've got my sponsors, family, friends that will be with me every minute of the way. You know, 6,000 people have summited Mount Everest, 14 people have been to the moon, and only 2 people have ever circumnavigated the world from east to west under human power. And no one in the history of mankind has ever circumnavigated from east to west and pole to pole. So we're here at Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles. In 30 minutes, Expedition 720 Degrees kicks off, and I start heading north towards San Francisco. At www.expedition720degrees, you'll be able to follow the entire expedition. Every hour on the hour, a GPS signal will go out and you can see exactly where I am. Yeah, this is awesome. This is great warm weather, beautiful day. Can't wait to get going. I just want to thank all my family, friends and supporters. You guys are with me every kilometer of the way, and thank you just so much for everything and for getting me to this point. Yeah.